Getting older doesn't mean backing off the throttle. It just means you start choosing gear that's smarter, not flashier. And revolvers, they've always been the gold standard for simple, dependable firepower. No software, no settings, just a mechanical heartbeat that fires every time you ask it to. So today we're breaking down the best wheel guns built for shooters who appreciate tradition, but still want a touch of modern performance in their hands. From featherweight carry pieces to rugged Magnum stoppers that hit way above their size class. These revolvers prove one thing: classic design still delivers when it matters most. Number 10, Smith & Wesson Model 36. Smith & Wesson's classic J-frame brings back something a lot of shooters miss today: reliability without the gimmicks. The Model 36 carries forward decades of proven engineering, while ditching all the modern add-ons that tend to complicate simple machinery. That's solid frame construction without an internal lock? Yeah, there's nothing accidental about that. That's intentional design for shooters who remember when a revolver fired every single time you press the trigger. Those checkered wood grips feel right the moment you close your hand around them. And that 1.88-inch blued carbon steel barrel gives you everything you need for personal defense without adding weight you don't want or bulk you'll fight to conceal. 5 rounds of 38 special ride in a package that tips the scale at just 19.64 ounces. The double action, single action system gives you options depending on the moment, and that smooth pull makes accurate hits possible even when your heart rate spikes. Fixed sights keep the system honest. No dials, no adjustments to fumble with when seconds actually count. At 6.94 inches long and 1.33 inches wide, this revolver disappears under a jacket, yet still feels substantial enough for confident handling when it comes out. Traditional doesn't mean outdated here. The Model 36 proves that time-tested mechanics still outperform complicated alternatives when the stakes are high. Carbon steel construction gives it durability that outlasts trends, and that classic S&W aesthetic reminds you that good design never expires. For $780, shooters get Smith & Wesson's legendary craftsmanship, wrapped in a package that honors the past while serving modern defensive needs perfectly. Number 9, Heritage Roscoe, hard-boiled detectives, trenchcoat gunfighters from the 1930s. That gritty, no-nonsense era is exactly what inspired the Roscoe, and Heritage absolutely nailed that noir attitude. This revolver doesn't just look vintage. It feels like something pulled straight out of an old-school crime drama where wheel guns were business tools, not collector pieces. That deep, glossy finish running across the carbon steel frame, the alloy steel cylinder, and the barrel. It creates a visual punch modern coatings simply can't match. The 3-inch barrel hits a sweet spot, long enough for real performance, short enough to keep the gun nimble for reenactments or legitimate personal protection roles. 6 grooves with a 1 in 16-inch right-hand twist stabilize .38 special plus P rounds with authority, giving this classic-inspired revolver real-world capability. Small frame dimensions, 7.50 inches overall, 4.80 inches tall, and 1.41 inches wide, make concealment practical while keeping the weight at 23.52 ounces unloaded. That fixed serrated blade front sight pairs with a fixed rear notch for fast, no-nonsense target acquisition. Nothing complicated, nothing to adjust, just point and press. Double action, char single action operation gives you flexibility depending on your shooting style, and those wood grips round out the period-correct look perfectly. A transfer bar safety adds modern protection against accidental discharge while keeping the exterior true to its vintage inspiration. 5 rounds onboard handle most defensive encounters realistically, and the overall package blends nostalgia with dependable function. At $370, the Heritage Roscoe delivers classic styling, authentic attitude, and practical performance, all without draining your shooting budget. Number 8, Kimber K6XS, 6 rounds in an extra small frame. That's the whole magic of the K6XS, and it's what separates this little revolver from the rest of the compact carry crowd. Where most competitors sacrifice capacity to shave size, Kimber found a way to give you both. A genuinely compact wheel gun with a full 6-shot payload. That aluminum alloy frame drops the weight to just 15.9 ounces, yet still maintains the structural integrity needed to run 38 Special Plus P without hesitation. The fluted glass bead finish cylinder and the sculpted barrel shroud cuts trim mass even further without compromising strength. This is the lightest revolver in the entire K6 line, and you feel that difference the moment you pick it up. Double action only operation keeps the profile snag-free, exactly what you want in a dedicated concealed carry setup. And Kimber's non-stacking trigger system delivers one smooth, consistent pull every single shot. The 2-inch stainless steel barrel, finished in that same glass bead texture, complements the silver Kim Pro 2-frame coating beautifully. And that orange dot front sight pops against any background, while the fixed rear sight keeps everything slim for an unhindered draw. Hogue rubber cobblestone grips with molded-in finger grooves transform recoil control. Instead of punishing your hands during practice, they make the gun genuinely enjoyable to shoot. Measuring 6.8 inches long, 5.5 inches high, and 1.44 inches wide, the K6XXS disappears when holstered, yet stays controllable when you're running rapid pairs. 5R rifling enhances accuracy and minimizes barrel wear over thousands of rounds, and the trigger pull ships from the factory in the 10 to 12-pound range. Heavy enough for safety, manageable with real-world practice. For $680, Kimber gives everyday carriers innovation that matters. Capacity, weight savings, and shootability, all in one compact defensive revolver. Number 7, Taurus Model 856. Concealed hammer revolvers change the entire carry game, and the Model 856 is a perfect example of why. That hidden hammer profile eliminates the snag points that plague traditional designs. Holster draws, pocket draws, jacket draws. This revolver slides out clean without catching on fabric or seams. The matte black finish across the frame and carbon steel cylinder keeps the gun low visibility, exactly what you want in a discreet defensive tool. 6 rounds of .38 Special Plus P give you one extra shot over the typical 5-shot J-frame pattern. And when life goes sideways, that extra round can absolutely matter. Double action-only operation makes sense for a revolver that's carried daily for defense. No hammer manipulation, no decision tree. Just press the trigger and get the results you need. The serrated ramp front sight grabs light effectively, and paired with a fixed rear sight, keeps the profile slim for deep concealment. A 2-inch barrel keeps things compact, 6.55 inches overall, 4.80 inches tall, 1.41 inches wide, and at 22 ounces unloaded, the gun is comfortable for all-day carry without the constant reminder of extra weight. The carbon steel frame and barrel ensure durability for regular range time and long-term exposure to the elements. A 1 in 16.5-inch right-hand twist with 6 grooves stabilizes defensive bullets reliably across realistic distances. The transfer bar safety prevents accidental discharge from drops or impacts, critical for any firearm that's going to spend time holstered, pocketed, or handled in tight quarters. Small frame dimensions accommodate a wide range of hand sizes, and the overall design delivers exactly what a concealed carry revolver should: simple, dependable, and ready on demand. At $330, the Taurus 856 provides serious defensive capability without demanding a serious investment. Number 6, Colt King Cobra 22LR. Legendary Colt performance, now paired with rimfire practicality. This .22 long rifle chambering gives shooters a 10-round capacity and dirt-cheap ammo costs, perfect for extended training sessions that won't punch a hole in your wallet. That 3-inch barrel brings enough length for real accuracy without turning the revolver into a bulky range piece. Running center-fire Magnums gets expensive fast. The King Cobra 22 long rifle lets you build and maintain revolver skills without burning through premium ammunition. And because it offers full double action and single action capability, the training value transfers directly to your centerfire wheel guns. New shooters can develop fundamentals with minimal recoil, while experienced shooters can keep their muscle memory sharp without committing to pricey range trips. This compact package works for target shooting, plinking, and even small game hunting where legal, a versatile rimfire with true Colt DNA behind it. Colt's precision engineering shows up in every detail. That 3-inch barrel length hits the perfect balance between portability and practical accuracy for both casual range work and pest control duties. 10-round capacity means fewer reloads, keeping shooters focused on grip, trigger, and timing instead of constantly cycling the cylinder. The overall design maintains Colt's traditional feel while embracing rimfire's economy and flexibility. At $850, the King Cobra 22 long rifle gives you premium craftsmanship applied to everyday shooting needs, opening up training opportunities that centerfire costs often shut down. Number 5, Ruger LCR. Aerospace-grade 7000 series aluminum forms the backbone of the LCR's monolithic frame, a design that keeps the revolver incredibly light yet impressively strong. At 13.5 ounces, the LCR practically vanishes in a pocket or lightweight holster, but still handles 5 rounds of defensive ammunition without any structural concerns. Ruger's patented friction-reducing cam is what really changes the game here. Most traditional revolvers build friction as the hammer cycles, stacking resistance right when your trigger pull matters most. Ruger's next-gen fire control system eliminates that problem entirely, delivering a smooth, consistent, non-stacking pull all the way through the stroke. A polymer fire control housing keeps all internal components locked into precise dimensional alignment while cutting unnecessary weight. That innovative approach also reduces felt recoil compared to other lightweight snub-nose designs. A high-strength stainless steel cylinder uses a PVD finish for serious durability, and the aggressive fluting trims even more weight without compromising integrity. The Hogue Tamar monogrip does exactly what the name promises. It tames the kind of recoil that usually punishes hands during lightweight revolver practice sessions. The replaceable pinned ramp front sight with a white bar stands out clearly, while the U-notch rear sight keeps the profile slim for concealment. That 1.87-inch barrel delivers the ballistic performance you expect from a defensive snub nose, and the 1 6-inch right-hand twist with 6 grooves stabilizes projectiles reliably. Overall dimensions come in at 6.50 inches long and 4.50 inches high. The matte black frame contrasts nicely with the PVD-coated cylinder, rounding out the revolver's modern, purpose-built presentation. For an undisclosed price, the Ruger LCR blends cutting-edge materials with thoughtful engineering, producing one of the most capable lightweight carry revolvers on the market. Number 4, Smith Wesson 642. Since 1950, Smith Wesson's J-frames have been riding in pockets, purses, ankle rigs, and waistband holsters, protecting people who needed a simple, reliable tool when things went bad. The 642 carries that legacy forward with a lightweight aluminum alloy frame that drops the weight to 14.4 ounces, yet still maintains the strength required for continuous .38 Special Plus P use. The fully enclosed hammer design eliminates snag points entirely. Nothing to catch on clothing. Nothing to slow the gun down during an emergency draw. It's purpose-built for deep concealment and real-world carry. A stainless steel barrel and cylinder add the corrosion resistance that aluminum alone can't provide. Critical for a revolver that might live close to the body in humid conditions. Double action-only operation makes perfect sense on a defensive revolver that's carried all day, every day. No safeties to manipulate, no hammer positions to remember. Just draw and press the trigger when life requires it. 5 rounds of 38. Special ride in a compact footprint, 6.31 inches long, 4.3 inches high, and 1.3 inches wide. Synthetic grips add durability, weather resistance, and rock-solid traction when recoil hits. Integral sights keep the profile low, ideal for pocket carry or inside the waistband setups where bulky sight towers would work against you. The 1.88-inch barrel gives enough velocity for defensive loads without adding unnecessary bulk up front. And the absence of an internal lock removes one more potential complication, a detail some shooters pay close attention to with earlier S&W designs. A 10-pound trigger pull strikes the balance between safety and control, becoming manageable with realistic practice. And the small frame geometry accommodates a wide variety of hand sizes comfortably. At $590, The Model 642 delivers Smith & Wesson's proven reliability in a package crafted specifically for discreet everyday carry. Number 3. Ruger SP-101. Ruger's triple locking cylinder system is the first thing that sets the SP-101 apart. Locking at the front, rear, and bottom of the cylinder window creates rock-solid alignment, and that positional accuracy pays off when you're firing fast, and every split-second shot needs to land exactly where you intend. The cushioned rubber grip with the black synthetic insert eliminates exposed backstrap metal, so even full-power defensive loads stay manageable across long practice sessions. This revolver is built to be shot, not just carried. Integrated subassemblies break down without specialized tools, making maintenance simple for shooters who prefer to clean and inspect their own gear. It's straightforward, durable engineering, classic Ruger style. The pinned, replaceable black ramp front sight paired with the integral rear notch creates the familiar sight picture revolver shooters trust. Nothing complicated, nothing distracting, just a clean visual reference that works under pressure. Ruger's transfer bar system ensures absolute safety. The firing pin can't touch a primer unless the trigger is pressed fully to the rear, a critical layer of protection for any defensive revolver. The satin stainless finish shrugs off corrosion and keeps the gun looking professional even after years of hard use. 5 rounds of proven defensive ammunition fit into a package that measures 7.20 inches overall with a 2.25-inch barrel. At 26 ounces, you get enough weight to control recoil without carrying a brick on your belt. A 1 in 16-inch right-hand twist with 5 grooves stabilizes both standard pressure and plus P loads with confidence. Those black rubber grips allow for customization too. Easy to swap for shooters who want a more personalized fit or texture. With stainless steel construction throughout, the SP-101 is built for decades of service. It's one of those revolvers that outlasts the shooter and then gets handed down. At $690, Ruger delivers legendary durability in a compact defensive package that handles serious ammunition without ever complaining. Number 2, Diamondback SDR. The first thing you notice on the Diamondback SDR is that push-button cylinder release. That serrated texture gives you instant control, and the placement is so natural you can run it even with sweaty hands or gloves on. No shifting your grip, no breaking your firing position. Just press, swing, and reload. The 45-degree target crown machined into the muzzle protects rifling integrity over thousands of rounds, preserving bullet stability and keeping accuracy consistent long-term. It's a detail typically found on premium revolvers, and Diamondback includes it right out of the box. 6 shots of .357 Magnum or .38 Special Plus P give this compact revolver real defensive authority with an unloaded weight of just 23.9 ounces. Manageable, balanced, and ready to run hot loads when needed. Low-profile fiber optic sights, orange front, green rear, deliver high visibility contrast without snagging during emergency draws. Point, acquire, press. That's how defensive sights should work. The trigger is where Diamondback really shows off. A non-stacking, ultra-smooth pull that breaks cleanly between 9 and 11.5 pounds. Match-grade feel on a defensive revolver used to be a contradiction. Diamondback figured it out. One simple button press releases the cylinder and crane assembly as a single contained unit, making cleaning and inspection dramatically easier. A huge win for shooters who maintain their own gear. Forged stainless steel throughout the frame, barrel, and cylinder guarantees structural integrity under Magnum pressures. The polished stainless finish catches light beautifully while resisting corrosion from sweat, weather, and heavy range use. The 3-inch barrel pulls maximum potential from Magnum cartridges, and the 6-groove rifling stabilizes heavy bullets with authority. Dimensions land at 7.71 inches long, 5.25 inches high, and 1.38 inches wide. The Hogue Black monogrip does an excellent job absorbing recoil, giving you real control even when you're pushing hotter loads. At $650, the SDR delivers premium features normally reserved for revolvers that cost significantly more, making it one of the best values in the defensive Magnum category. Number 1. Taurus 605 Toro. Red dot optics on a small frame 357 Magnum revolver. That single innovation changes the entire defensive revolver landscape. The 605 Toro accepts any optic that uses the popular Holosun K footprint, turning a compact wheel gun into a precision defensive tool with sighting capability previously reserved for full-size semi-autos. That optics mounting system holds zero through full-power Magnum recoil, shot after shot, and suddenly a snub-nose revolver becomes a gun you can run with red dot accuracy at defensive distances. All steel construction gives the frame and barrel the strength to handle full-power 357 Magnum, without the stress concerns that come with aluminum frame designs. 5 rounds sit ready in a compact footprint, 7.50 inches overall, with a 3-inch barrel. That 3-inch tube extracts the velocity you need to justify running Magnum ammunition in the first place. You get real terminal performance, not just muzzle flash. The smooth target-style trigger enhances both speed and precision. Light enough for accurate shooting, safe enough for defensive use. An extended ejector rod gives extra leverage for clearing stubborn cases, speeding up reloads when seconds matter. Compact grips trim the gun's dimensions for better concealment, while still offering enough surface area to manage recoil intelligently. A stainless steel cylinder stands up to Magnum pressures indefinitely, and the matte black finish across the frame, cylinder, and barrel keeps glare off the gun. Useful whether you're running iron sights or a red dot window. A transfer bar safety prevents accidental discharge during drops or rough handling, critical for a revolver that may ride close to the body all day. Overall dimensions come in at 4.80 inches high and 1.41 inches wide, with an unloaded weight of 23.52 ounces. 6-groove rifling with a 1 and 6.5-inch right-hand twist stabilizes defensive bullets exceptionally well. And at $360, the Taurus 605 Toro brings red dot capability to everyday shooters at a price point that used to be unthinkable for this feature set. That wraps up our look at the revolvers built for shooters who've earned their experience the hard way. Through time, training, and real life. Straightforward, durable, trusted when it counts. If one of these wheel guns brought back memories of your first carry piece, your granddad's bedside revolver, or a model you still run today, drop that story in the comments. We read every one of them, and the insight from seasoned shooters is what keeps this community sharp. Hit like, tap subscribe, and make sure YouTube hasn't quietly shuffled you off the roster, because it happens more than it should. Let us know which revolver you'd put on this list, which one surprised you, and what you're carrying today. Your feedback drives the next video, and half the fun is hearing your tips, setups, and hard-earned lessons. Stay trained, stay safe, and as always, respect your gear, respect local laws, and keep the conversation going down below.